First, a look at the headlines. Active cases in the country are over 5 lakh. Active cases in the state stands at 984. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma says he is open to third party conducting study of alleged leakage of uranium effluents. Government of Meghalaya to construct mini secretariat in Jowai and Tura for smooth flow of work. And UGC issues guidelines on reopening universities in phases. And now the news in detail. The total number of active cases in the country is 5,20,000. In the last 24 hours, 47,638 new cases were reported, taking the total number of positive cases in the country so far to over 84 lakh. Country's recovery rate among the COVID-19 patients has reached 92.32%. More than 54,000 COVID patients recovered during the last 24 hours. The total number of recoveries has reached over 77,65,000. In the last 24 hours, 670 deaths were reported, taking the total to 1,24,985. In the state, the total active cases stands at 984, with 91 people succumbing to the disease. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma said that the state is open to the option of a third party or a fourth party conducting an in-depth study on the alleged leakage of toxic waste from the storage tank of uranium effluents at Nongba Jirning in southwest Khasi Hills. The remark came in context of the KSU opposing plans to set up a team of experts from the Northeastern Hill University and the Indian Institute of Technology, Guwahati. KSU had demanded that an independent agency with expertise on this subject be assigned the job. Chief Minister stated that both NEHU and IIT Guwahati are independent bodies, adding that they are looking at these two organizations since they can quickly implement things. He further asserted that the security and the safety of the people is the primary concern of the state government.
For us to make things move things faster, the safety and security of our people is our prime concern. And therefore, whatever it takes, we will ensure that we go down deep and find out what the facts are. So NEHU is doing it, let them submit the report, it's good. And then IIT will do it, let them submit the report, it's good. And then third party will be coming in. So it's a process that will continue, and we want to ensure, double ensure that people are safe.
Meghalaya Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong today informed that the state government has decided to construct mini secretariat in Jowai and Tura as it is an endeavour to bring administration closer to the people. Talking to reporters, Tinsong is planning to set up similar infrastructures in all the 11 districts. He also clarified the decision of the government to shift the Executive Engineers PWD North Division office from Jowai to Shangpung. Deputy Chief Minister further informed that there are plans to shift all government offices in Jowai to the proposed mini secretariat. He said that the PWD very soon will hand over the land to the PWD building for preparation of the estimates and design the construction of the mini secretariat.
Due to congestion and due to a limited space that we have in the DC office Jowai right now, government has taken a decision that we should shift the office of the Deputy Commissioner and convert into mini secretariat, where I think you must have seen quite a number of departments, government departments, they are all occupying on rental basis.
In the coming days of the autumn session of the Assembly, the Opposition Congress will be raising issues pertaining to law and order, reports of few militant organizations regrouping, and overall challenges to the sustainability of peace. He said that the issues include allegations of illegal mining and transportation of coal, and also issues related to the development of the state, which is going at a very slow pace. When asked if the opposition has sufficient evidence concerning the allegations of illegal coal mining and transportation, he said that his visit to the coal depot itself was huge evidence.
Is also legal procedure. That's why you have a legal metrology to regulate how the goods are weighed. Because based on the weightment of these goods, which is subjected to realization of taxes and royalty, you will be able to determine what is the exact weight and therefore what is the actual revenue that should accrue to the state exchequer. We are not asking anything else, but then anything that is legally binding on the government to enforce them, to determine how much coal is being transported so that excess coal without payment of royalty does not happen.
Home Minister Lakman Rimbui asserted that the state police force, in collaboration with the security forces, are ensuring that no militant outfit or criminals use the state as a haven for nefarious or anti-national activity. He said this while replying to a query on the recent encounter between the head of Alpha Drishti Raj Khoa and the state police in South Garo Hills. Parts of the Indo-Bangla border have been often used by militants to cross over to Bangladesh to escape the heat of security forces for decades. The state police, with the active participation of the BSF, are very vigilant and constantly monitoring the situation.
Regarding the encounter in Garo Hills, so yes, it takes place, but the criminal, whoever may be, could not be nabbed. No criminal could use or stay as the haven for doing nefarious activities or anti-national activities. So the state police, and also with the active collaboration of the BSF, we are looking and we are very, very vigilant about that.
The Joint Action Committee, which comprises of Jayantia Hills Truck Owners Association, Jayantia Hills Clinkers and Cement Association and Meghalaya Truckers Union, began its agitation demanding implementation of the new rate of ferrying goods from the cement companies in East Jayantia Hills. However, the agitation was stopped after the Deputy Commissioner of the district intervened and convened an emergency meeting between the JSE and the All Jayantia Cement Manufacturers Association. During the meeting, it was urged that the agitation be called off and a consensus be reached between the two parties.
2 days back, we have sent a letter to the DC asking about these transport association. The press is to the transporter not to place their transport or truck for loading the cement or etc. For that he has called. We have told him, as per the notification issued by the government of Meghalaya, we are ready to implement the same as per the date prescribed by the DC.
University Grants Commission has issued guidelines for the reopening of universities and colleges across the country. As per the new guidelines, universities and colleges outside the containment zone can be opened in a phased manner after consultation with the respective state and union territory governments. The guidelines have been vetted by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and approved by the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Ministry of Education. The UGC has suggested 6-day weeks and smaller class sizes to enable social distancing. However, teaching hours in a day can be extended as per the institution's requirements. The new guidelines have asked the institution to ensure that before reopening of any campus, the central or the concerned state governments must have declared the area safe for reopening of educational institutions. And now here is the weather report. The maximum temperature recorded was 21.1 degrees Celsius, while the minimum temperature was 9.4 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 46%, while in the evening it was 68%. No rainfall was recorded. The forecast: Shillong and its adjoining areas will have partly cloudy sky with haze. And before we conclude, a look at the headlines once again. active cases in the country are over 5 lakh. Active cases in the state stands at 984. Chief Minister Conrad K. Sangma says he is open to third party conducting study of alleged leakage of uranium effluents. Government of Meghalaya to construct mini secretariat in Jawai and Tura for smooth flow of work. And the UGC issues guidelines on reopening universities in phases. And that's a wrap of today's edition of the news. Thank you very much for joining us. And from all of us here, it's good night.